What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. As you brothers know, Stacey Abrams lost really in a bad way the governor race for the state of Georgia, losing by almost 100,000 votes. There will be no recount. And of course, one of the things that I've noticed is that during the election or the process, you saw people begging black men to vote. It wasn't just black women. And in fact, I want to show two clips, one of a black man begging black men to vote. And I'll play that right now.
Those of you who live in the state of Georgia, this week began early voting in the state. So I want to encourage people to come out and vote. This is a crucial election, not only for the state of Georgia, but for the country. And I heard some very interesting information yesterday from Stacey Abrams when listening to Questlove's Supreme podcast, that she was saying the people who vote the least are black men. We vote below our power, and that's really very discouraging. So I want to encourage black men to come out and vote. If you don't think politics and voting is important, then you are grossly misinformed. Politics literally determines who lives and who dies. And so if they ever come for your life, you remember that you didn't vote, and you have nothing to say about how they're going to deal with your life or even deal with you. That's how serious this really is.
And then I want to actually show you, this is another woman who's asking and pleading with black men to vote.
Okay, so boom. So ask and you shall receive, but only if you vote for Auntie Abrams. So I was asking people on my social media platforms, like, how do we get black men to come out and vote? Like, how do we get y'all to show up and show out? Because really, after white men who own property and white men who granddaddy and them had the right to vote, y'all was the next people in line who was allowed to vote. So y'all vote is powerful, and we want to hear from y'all. And a lot of y'all was like, well, we need somebody to do something for us. Like, y'all want something for nothing and we want something. And that's fair. I get that, right? Quid pro quo. However, Auntie Abrams gave y'all a whole list of things that she is ready to do for y'all, but y'all gonna have to show up. She like, y'all want some money? We're gonna come up with a $10 million fund to help y'all start y'all businesses. Y'all want to keep y'all little bloop, bloop, bloops? That's cool, but we're gonna have to come up with some checks and balances to make sure we're doing this right, because we're gonna protect the Second Amendment and we protect the second graders, period. And she basically like, look, black man, I see you. I got brothers. I know how it is. One of my brothers, he be in and out the pen. You feel me? He just now trying to get it together. I got another brother who do his thing, but he still get hated on. So I see you and I want to help you, but you're gonna have to. So long story short, short story long, if you register to vote, show up.
In the second case, this woman made a plea. The first guy, in my honest opinion, is politically brainwashed. He offers no value. He's just telling you to vote for Stacey Abrams, but it's not giving a reason as to why. Which, you have brothers like that who, unfortunately, they are misguided, and they're the reasons why Black America is what it is. Because you just get, people doing buffoonish things for no reason. Now, in the second case, what you have is a lady who admits, just almost in an outlandish way, we know that you're not getting anything at all. You're not getting anything. But what we're going to do is play the race trope. So now, these white men have power, and, you're not using your power. And, oh, by the way, you may get $10 million in the state of Georgia. Again, this is laughable. $10 million for a group of men to start businesses. What kind of business are we talking about? The average business, if you talk about black men in Georgia, black men is like, the black population, according to Anthony Brian Logan, is 33%. If you start a business fund of $10 million, and if you have 10,000 black men wanting to start businesses, what do they get? $1,000 a piece? It's a joke. It's absolutely insane. It's almost like you should keep that money because it's a joke, right? In other words, you're not going to give us anything. And of course she loses. She loses because Stacey Abrams is a little bit over the top. I'm sorry. a lot of people, these candidates, some of them, they're too left leaning. And I'm talking about as far as sexuality causes are. And you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of people just don't like how fast certain things are moving, and they find it to be a little suspicious. But not only that, just the attachment to the ghetto hood rappers. Lotto comes out, has a song called, the P, SSY song. And then there's Stacey Abrams, the typical black politician that's female that, let's use the Hillary Clinton tactic. Let's bring out all the Pookie and Ray Ray rappers and, talk about a whole bunch of nothing. And then also where she stands at in immigration. For some people, I don't know about this campaign, but, it's just people are getting tired of where Georgia is going, especially in Atlanta with all the crime. And then Stacey Abrams just seems to be more of that thinking. So people don't want stuff like that. And black men don't want stuff like that, which is why they just didn't show up. And the Democrats are blaming black men. But again, we're going to talk about the same reason black men are not showing up to vote for Stacey Abrams is the same way that black men are not showing up being husbands, because they think it's a losing battle. The number one thing is, what do I get? You don't incentivize these men to do anything, which is why they're not incentivized to do anything for black America. If they are, which you have some brothers obviously that love black America and want a black wife and all of that. Sure, I get that. And you have good women out there that can be compatible in such a decision process. But for many guys, they feel like all hope is lost. The only reason why I'm in America is because I can't go anywhere else. All hope is lost. Voting is lost. You're not going to get anything. Dealing with certain women, you're not going to get anything. I'm better off staying single. I'm better off just not even getting involved. And I just won't even show up. Black men are just pretty much more prone to be apathetic. And the reason why that is because a lot of black men have been left out to pretty much, fend for themselves. So they're already used to that. So what's happened is we've created an African-American man who just doesn't care and sees no value in many aspects. So they're going to go out and just live their life what's best for them. The problem is that many women and men suffer behind it because we don't get that ingenuity coming back to the black community. We end up losing these guys because we haven't given them an incentive as to why they should support us. And Stacey Abrams and Democrats are finding that out. We thought Texas was going to turn Democrat. It didn't. What you get from black Democrats is a whole bunch of apologies, blaming white people for everything and everything going down the drain. And people are kind of tired of that. Like, how long is Baltimore going to suffer? How long is Cleveland going to suffer? All right. How long is St. Louis going to suffer? Let's blame everything on folks. And it doesn't work. Democratic cities fail. Democratic relationships fail. Everything on the left fails. Guys know it. Everybody knows it. And you don't want to offer them anything. Black men are tired of being second-class citizens in black America to black women and not getting anything. So now you're mad at them because they want to do something different. Just really, please, for the love of God, make some sense here. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.